Hello, beautiful minds, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever thought about why we tell children fairy tales? We fill their heads with stories of big bad wolves, wicked witches, and fire-breathing dragons. It seems a bit counterintuitive, doesn't it? Why introduce fear into a world that should be all sunshine and rainbows? Well, there's a powerful quote, often attributed to G.K. Chesterton, that flips this idea on its head. Fairy tales do not tell children that dragons exist. Children already know that dragons exist. Fairy tales tell children that dragons can be killed. Let's unpack that for a moment, because it's one of the most profound truths about storytelling I've ever encountered. Children don't need us to invent monsters for them. Their own imaginations are perfectly capable of that. Think back to when you were a kid. Remember the monster under the bed? The strange shadow in the corner of your room? The noise downstairs after everyone was asleep? Those were your dragons. They might not have had scales or breath fire, but they were very, very real to you. Fear of the dark, anxiety about being alone, the dread of the first day of school. These are the dragons of childhood. They exist whether we talk about them or not. So, what do fairy tales actually do? They don't introduce the dragon. They introduce the hero. They give us the knight in shining armor, the clever princess, the brave woodcutter's son. They show us that even though the forest is dark and scary, there is a path through it. Even though the dragon is huge and terrifying, it has a weak spot. Fairy tales are not a catalog of monsters. They are a manual for monster slaying. They are the original self-help books, teaching us the most important lessons of all: courage, cleverness, perseverance, and, most importantly, hope. They teach us that problems, no matter how big they seem, are not insurmountable. The witch can be outsmarted. The giant can be tripped. The curse can be broken. This isn't about giving children a false sense of security. It's about equipping them with a sense of agency. It's about planting a seed of resilience that says, yes, this is scary. Yes, this is hard. But you are stronger than you think, and you can face this. And this lesson isn't just for children. As we grow up, our dragons just change their form. The dragon of childhood fear of the dark becomes the adult dragon of financial insecurity, of heartbreak, of career uncertainty, of feeling lost and alone in the world. They are just as real and just as terrifying as any monster under the bed. And just like when we were kids, we still need stories to remind us that these dragons can be beaten. We need to see others who have faced their own battles and emerged, maybe scarred, but victorious. That's why we're drawn to stories of triumph over adversity, of people who overcame incredible odds. These modern fairy tales remind us of that fundamental truth. You are the hero of your own story. You have the strength, the wit, and the courage to face whatever comes your way. So the next time you encounter a dragon in your life, remember the fairy tales. Remember that you are not the first person to face a monster, and you won't be the last. Take a deep breath, find your inner hero, and remember that every dragon has a weak spot. You just have to be brave enough to find it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more thoughts on life and stories. I'd love to hear in the comments what your favorite fairy tale is and what it taught you. Until next time, stay brave.